They're giving the candidate there go to where because they can sleep. So, but let me say something to you. Hold on, let me say something to you. I said to you, every year they come with the same story.
I was president of the Senate. And for all the time I was president of the Senate, my job was to sit down and direct the debate. So you put your hand up, I recognize you. I'm telling you, one day, Mr. We have never put your hand up.
Yes, you are correct. You will not see my hand because every time I put it on, you'll be sleeping. So how you see my hand? Mr. President, you not be. Now you see my hand.
I used the opportunity of the call to tell Ambassador Boakai very firmly that I, Henry Pedro Costa, would not continue to support him if he picked Jeremiah Kun as his running mate. Because I believe Jeremiah Kun stands for nothing and has spent all his years in the House and in the Liberian Senate busy enriching himself. Voting for every bad deal that came before him and never once stood up for the Liberian people's interests.
If you are awarding contract to a company and you know the background of that company, it get big government official behind it, and you award a contract and they are failing to perform on the contract, then you're scared to go after them. Why did you award a contract? For them, New Millennium is one of the construction companies that got contract with over $1 million. It's connected to Representative Edward Katia and Representative Thomas Farah. Why are we afraid to call the names? Desire company, Desire with Dave Kume, Fils Ifeanyi, that Thomas Farah behind it.
So we're going to say no to Kush. We can't do Kush again. Liberia is now the center of drugs in this country. In West Africa, Liberia is the center of drugs. Liberia is the place where they can arrest 100 million drugs and nobody is in jail. It means somebody be saying that somewhere know about it. If you didn't know about it, people will be in jail, right? So
why are you rescuing? You spent 12 years. You rescued nothing. That when the country on a red path, they say you want rescue? No, man, no. Young people I want to say to all of you, congratulations. You went to register to vote. And that is a great thing you did. We must applaud you for that. This is your era. This is your time. This is your century. What are they rescuing? Rescue one, he spent 60 years in government. He are now rescue his own house. Who you will rescue? Right? 60 years in government. I spent 9 years in government. I rescue you.
Welcome, wherever you are, however you are joining us. We'd like to say welcome. Those of you finding us on our Twitch, on our Facebook page, and on our YouTube channel, right? We'd like to say good evening to you, wherever you are, however you are joining us. Let me Bush 18 right on our Twitch account. He said, "Hey, what's up, G? I'm okay, brother. I'm okay. I'm very much okay. And it is a pleasure, right? It is a pleasure to be on this platform this evening from Liberia, wherever you are, from Pinsville City. We'd like to welcome you. This is West Coast TV Liberia, and welcome to the program, The Hard Talk. The Hard Talk is the program that comes to you every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. So wherever you are, however you are joining us, we'd like to welcome you to today's edition. The show is not coming the usual time because we have had some serious technical problem that is beyond our control, right? So because of that, we have to bring the show at this time. But how be it, we are also shifting the time of the show. Instead of 2 p.m. we will be bringing it to 8 p.m. in the night. So wherever you are as of today's date, you can always join us at 8 o'clock p.m. for the program, The Hard Talk. My name is Ambassador KONAH RUFUS. I'm the producer and presenter of this program. So wherever you are, however you are joining us, wherever you are joining us from, we'd like to welcome you to today's edition of the show. So like the way our men are pushed from on our Twitch account did, right? You can also do the same. Just tell us where you are watching us from, and we definitely will recognize your presence on West Coast TV Liberia. Before we go into the program, we really want to appreciate the management of West Coast TV Liberia for creating this platform, making sure that we come here to discuss Mama Liberia. So yeah, we really appreciate the entire management. We appreciate the entire management for giving us this opportunity. So like I said, today we have a very fascinating discussion. We are expected today to have a guest on the program, a group under the banner Zubatan for Cummins. You know, we are in a political season, right? So lots of political groups and other people supporting various political parties, individuals that are around. But we have this group called Zubatan for Cummins, right? So today they are expected to join us. The leader is expected to join us on the program, The Hard Talk, and we are going to be discussing why is it that they decide to support Mr. Cummins, there's the CPP, why have they seen, and all of those things that has to do with their organization. Definitely, we are going to be discussing it on the program. But how be it, lots of things have been happening across the country, right? Lots of things have been happening across the country. As you may be aware, the President of the Republic of Liberia, President George Manuel Weah, is currently on his campaign tour, right? He began with Mosrala County. He has been going from districts to districts, and yesterday he was in District 6, and today No, Saturday he was in District 6. Yesterday he did not go anywhere. And today he's in District, he was in District 4, Monserrado County. So he have been moving here and there and been making sure telling the Liberian people why they should re-elect him and the CDC to steer the affairs of the country for the next 6 years. So lots of things have been happening. The Liberian National Union stand-up bearer Dr. Clarence Monima is currently in Lofa County. He's also on his campaign tour in Lofa County. You know, it is the home of former Vice President Joseph Newman Boaka, and it is also the home of himself, right? Dr. Clarence Moniba. So he's also in Lofa County, and I think this election is going to be very interesting because he's pulling the trigger. He's having the numbers, right, that people even did not expect him to have, but he's really pulling the number there in Lofa County. So howbeit, we hope to see how things will go throughout the entire election, right? And you may be aware, former Vice President Joseph Newman Boakai, right, he named his campaign team, the remainder people that should be on his campaign team. Today he named them. Yeah, I think the man Jusu Kamara. I saw when I went on his social media late this evening, I saw some of his colleagues congratulate. Lots of things have been happening. Lots of things have been happening. So we like to say, continues to follow West Coast TV Liberia, follow the Hard Talk, and definitely we are going to give you everything as it matters, right? So stick and stay right there. Let me go for this very short break. Like I said, today we are expecting our guest on the program, the Hot Talk. So yeah, we are hopeful. Like he told me he was coming. He's around here. He told me he's around here, so we expected for our guest to join us. We expected our guest to join us. So let me go for this very short break. When I come, we will begin our discussion. So stick and stay right there, right? Let me go for this very short break and come right back. Don't touch that dial.
They're giving the candidate there Gogu to wear because they can sleep. Go! But let me say something to you. Hold on, let me say something to you. I said to you, every year they come with the same story.
I was president of the Senate, and for all the time I was president of the Senate, my job was to sit down and direct the debate. So you put your hand up, I recognize you. I'm telling you, one day, Mr. Weir never put his hand up.
Yes, you are correct. You will not see my hand because every time I put it on, you'll be sleeping. So how you see my hand? Mr. President, you not be. Now you see my hand.
I used the opportunity of the call to tell Ambassador Boakai very firmly that I, Henry Pedro Costa, would not continue to support him if he picked Jeremiah Kun as his running mate. Because I believe Jeremiah Kun stands for nothing and has spent all his years in the House and in the Liberian Senate busy enriching himself, voting for every bad deal that came before him, and never once stood up for the Liberian people's interests.
If you are awarding contract to a company and you know the background of that company, it get big government official behind it, and you award a contract, and they are failing to perform on the contract, then you're scared to go after them. What did you award a contract? Put them. New Millennium is one of the construction companies that got contract with over $1 million. It's connected to Representative Edward Katia and Senator.
Okay, so welcome back, folks. Welcome back. So, like I said, right, today we have our guest, right? He is the head of Zuba Town for Kumis, right? I think that's the organization name. So he's already in our studio. So shortly we are going to bring him on so that we will discuss what are their plans. Talk about the organization. What are those things they foresee if Mr. Alexander Bende Cummings shall have won the elections? All those things we are going to be discussing it on the show tonight. So that's why you cannot afford to miss this interview. You just have to be there. So like I said, he's already in our studio, so I will go again for a very short break. When I come back, then definitely you're going to see both of us in the studio. Then we begin our discussion. So stick and stay right there. Do not go away.
Good evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Liberia, and I'm Olinda Masaboto. We are coming to you live from Pinsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors. We need partners and donors. So if you are interested, please hit us up. The numbers will be there on the screen. You can get to us. We are just a call away. And we also want to inform you that if you are looking
Okay, so welcome back, folks. Welcome wherever you are, however you are joining us. We like to say welcome. So like I said, right, we have the guest, the guy from Zuba Town for Kumis, right? That is an organization in support of Mr. Alexander Bende Cummings. In support of Mr. Alexander Bende Cummings. So you are seeing him right on your screen. Yeah, so we'd like to say welcome to Benjamin.
Yeah.
How things, man? Welcome.
Okay. Yeah. So KONAH, I'm so much overwhelmed for giving me the privilege. I've been trying to reach forth on the social media at least for majority of our citizens to get our views on these political issues. So I'm so much overwhelmed to be on your show tonight.
Yeah, I guess when you're talking, see the microphone is a little bit fast, so I will urge that you only fire for. So yeah, how things, man? Ask the pro, the hustle, everything.
Okay, yeah, things been tough as usual since 2018. We've been into it, so we are into it.
We into it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah. So the organization is Zuba Town for Kumis, right? Am I right?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. So can you tell me, give me a little backdrop? I will give you a chance, right? Give us a little backdrop. What about the organization? How do you people arrive at the name? How did you people arrive? What make you to say, oh, you want to support Mr. Alexander Bende Cummings? All those things, just and give us.
Okay, yeah. Thank you again. For me, once again, I'm Benjamin Chape. I'm not just the chairman for Zuba Town for Kumis. I'm also leading a lot of organizations like United Boys and Girls and Veterans and Scholars Association and what have you. So I've been in the notion of putting group together. But the idea came about December. On the date of December 14, 2022. That was last year. this idea came about. So I decided to fund this group in support of Mr. Alexander B. Kumis to be our next political leader, and we have a lot of reasons to vote this guy. Yeah, we got a lot of reasons. So, with the youth, I'm a young person, and I decided to fund this group. And in this group, we are not just social youth. We have women, we have men that is supporting this group. So we have our reasons, and some of our reasons will be all on soon.
Okay.
Will be all on very soon. So
yeah, so I guess because from the name, so I know that the group is situated in the Spartan community.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So when someone hear that Spartan for Cummins, what comes to their mind is that probably the entire community has decided to support Cummins, or I mean, is the majority people in the community in the group, or what is it?
For Liberians, they believe that when you see majority of the people, that means you are one of the people. But for me, your vision should be your vision, no matter how many people support you. You may stand alone within a court. What prove you guilty or not guilty is your proof, right? To be standing on the truth. So for me, I believe in Mr. Alexander B. Kumis. No matter what, even if that 10% support me, I will support him because I know my vision towards him. So for the name Spartan for Kumis, I just want people to grab that notion that this organization is situated within Spartan, and I'm trying my possible way along with my leadership to try and get the youth together. So my focus here is mostly on the youth, right? Mostly on the youth. So we are getting numbers. We are not people that are boastful like the seditions and the rest of the parties where you will be, you see group, then you say, oh, you got the people. There's not it.
But
we want committed people, committed partisans.
Yeah, but someone say we are into the election period.
Yeah.
Election has to do with numbers, right? So if you will win an election, you must have the number. So if you say you are not about the number, then someone will say, then how you think that you want Mr. Cummins to win the election if you not get the number that will make him the win?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for us, for my organization, I've been trying over the past period of time along my leadership. We've been working very hard, and by the grace of God, we have close to 75 active members that are together committed along with me. I'm not talking about those that stay at the state of Daliman, because we found out now right in the state we got 3 group of people. The first group will support you fully. Another group will be in the state of Daliman. So we call that the state of Daliman, right? So other people are just watching to see what will come out of the organization and what would be the response of the full leader of this party, which is Mr. Alexander B. Kumis. So for me, I really want to get in touch with this guy because people love to see things. People love to see. Maybe people have been asking me, "Oh, this guy you have been supporting, we can see him. I say, by the grace of God, you see him one day." So I have the privilege now to speak on the social media. I think there are a lot of people watching, or if possible, he may watch us tonight.
Okay. Yeah, so let's talk some more about the organization, right? When was the organization funded, right? How are you talking about December?
It was officially established December 14, 2022. That was last year, a few months ago.
So that means you people have spent a little time, right?
Yeah, a little period of time.
So how is your leadership structure? Let's look at leadership structure. How is it, right?
For this group, we have we got a good leadership structure. We have about 8 person or girls, boys, women, and men that are into leadership, that are guiding the entire group. So we got 8 major person that are leading the group. So we got the chair. We have our chair, which is me, Benjamin Chape. We have our co-chair, Steve David. We have our financial secretary, Jeanette Kiyadon. We have our PRO, Williams Dodo. We have our mobilization chair, Sia Fala. We have our deputy secretary, Jacob Watson. We have our secretary general, is Joshua Raw. We have our treasury, that is Sia Tama. So she is our treasury. These are the names of our 8 leadership.
Okay, so you guys, I think you guys are really doing it. So let's look at why Mr. Kumis we have 20 presidential candidate in these elections, right? 20% contesting for the presidency. So why Mr. Cummings, right? Why?
Yes, why we choose Mr. Alexander B. Kumi is because we believe in. You see, people that follow people, those that follow CDC, those that follow United Party, those that follow PLP and rest of the party, they believe in that stand-up barrier. For me, I believe this guy so much. I've been following Mr. Alexander B. Kumis since 2018. I've been reading about his life. I've been reading about his vision for Liberia, and this guy is very great. This guy have a greater vision to transform this country. I'm supporting Mr. Alexander B. Kumis because I need a change. This guy have a vision to change this country. But people only look, in Liberia, we criticize people and forgetting about the good side or the vision the person had. If you read throughout the legacy of Mr. Alexander Kumi, he has been so humble, he's a loyal person, a devoted person, and he's somebody I think we can trust with the country when it comes to the country issue, because this guy has gone nationwide, he has gone international, he had a lot of connections, and you remember he's the ex-executive of Coca-Cola, and this guy is great. This guy is great. So he is somebody from a humble background. Someone may ask, this guy have money, he's a millionaire. Yeah, he's a millionaire because he focused. He was somebody way down the line too. If you follow his story, you get to know that Mr. Alexander Kumi is not somebody that just born with a golden spoon. He's somebody that strived towards where he is today. So we can trust Mr. Alexander Kumi. Yes.
Okay. So I will go back to this question just came to my mind, right? Someone might say the reason why your organization is supporting Mr. Alexander B. Kumi because we are into the election period and Mr. Cummings has the resources, So maybe that's the reason why you are trying to maneuver your way and to get some of this money. It might not be because you really believe in him.
Yeah, thank you for your question. For me, I told people if it was for the money, then I think I should be behind CDC because there's the only party that pump money in this election than any other party. But for me, when the citizens are pumping their money, I still believe in Mr. Alexander B. Kumis no matter what. If he give me $5, he don't give me $5, I believe in him. So for my organization, we the members and the leadership, I have put a notion into them that we are not after Mr. Alexander B. Kumis because of his finance. We are after Mr. Alexander B. Kumi because we need a change. Mr. Alexander B. Kumi can be a help to my organization, he can be a help to me, and if Mr. Alexander B. Kumi can be a help to me, I can be a help to my family. If he can be a help to my entire organization, just imagine over 75%, and all these people have families. So if Mr. Alexander B. Kumi can help these people, I think he can help. It's a large number because if you times 75 by each person having a family members, you will get to know everybody will impact their family. So I'm not after Mr. Alexander B. Kumi because of the money. I'm after Mr. Alexander B. Kumi because of his vision for Liberia. This guy have a big vision for creating jobs for the citizen, and that's why we won, because this country have been down without jobs for the citizen, and citizens have been striving. Brother, you can see for yourself. There's not something we had to think something you can see for yourself.
Someone will say, but I got the administration is developing the country. The way why they say they're building roads, they're building parks, they're building hospitals and schools and everything. So why Mr. Kumi not just stay with them? Some citizens might say that. What's the thought was that?
Yeah, I told people, I told my friends, for you, when people say these things, I say it is better you go to school, because if you are illiterate, brother, is a disease. Found out with statistics that majority of our population are illiterate people, and when we are illiterate, we continue to follow the wrong path because we don't have knowledge. So there's the idea Mr. Alexander B. Kumi is trying to push, that education will come. He will prioritize education. He will prioritize education because Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world, not rule. When you are educated, you push logic to obey rules. When you are educated, you put logics to get hospitals, to get this and get that. For the road issue, people saying, oh, he is building roads and he is building roads. I told people, I just show a common example on at the rehab avenue there. They say he has paved the entire road, and I told people, if you want to do good for somebody, do good to the fullest. This president is saying he's building roads, building cement roads, right? Where you find out that after 3 months, there will be cracked, and you will see drainages go at the back of his house, the first area he was residing in rehab. There, you will find out that the entire cement he paved there have been cracked, and it go back wall. So what the essence of you creating road that cannot last for long? One of the roads I see in Liberia that lasted for long was the road paved by the former president William Fiestorman at the Bensonville, Benton City. If you follow that road, you will see that is a road. This is how government work. But you don't platform the people, you take the money that you're supposed to build concrete road that should last 50, 30 years, and you face cement. Liberia is the first country I'm seeing, to be sincere, Liberia is the first country where government pays cement road for the country. To be frank, I haven't seen people. So there's not something to argue on. The money, the income for this road is more than the cement they are putting on the road. So it is the same corruption. The divine corruption is the act of misusing government funds. So if you should have used the money to pay a concrete quota road that should last 50, 30 years, and you pave cement road that will only last for 1 year, you are corrupt. It's an act of corruption.
Okay, so folks, if you are just joining us, you are watching Hard Talk, and Hard Talk is the interactive discussion that comes to you every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Like I said, beginning today, this program is going to come to you at about this time from 8 p.m. right? So I have in the studio with me Benjamin Chape. He is the head of the Zuba Town for Kumis. So you hearing him? Yeah, he's playing I got it. He making a case for Mr. Alexander Bende Kumis. So have you really seen the manifesto of Mr. Kumis? Have you been able to read the manifesto of Alexander Kumis?
Yeah, Mr. Alexander Kumis had a lot of good visions playing for our country. He has been doing so, and for Liberians and majority of our population, they don't read. As a problem I get with Liberians who don't read. Because if you read, and if somebody tells me that, oh, Mr. KONAH is a bad person, Mr. KONAH is like this, I will say, wow. And I'll go and search, because I'm not seeing this person, so I'll go and search the internet and read the last case of Mr. KONAH. So there's the same case of Mr. Alexander Kumis. Mr. Alexander Kumis had a lot of visions for Liberia. He has been helping people. He may not help you, he has not kind contact with you to help you, but he has been of help greatly to a lot of people within the country. He has been doing well. Mr. Alexander Kumis is the best person I think we can trust in this election. This guy will be corruption free. Trust me. This guy managed one of the largest companies in the world, that is the Coca-Cola factory. He has served as the chief executive manager without being alleged of criminal act of corruption. This guy can be trusted with our country.
Yeah, so you say he has done lots of things. Before we go to his manifesto, those things he have on his platform, well, you mentioned he's been doing some things. Can you tell us some of those things that Mr. Alexander Bende Kumis, probably he have impacted a lot of people, like the way you say? What are some of those things he's been involved in since he came back to Liberia to contest for the presidency?
So, like I said, he has been helped to a lot of citizens. He may not meet you in face, but people have been benefited by the advocacy of Mr. Alexander Kumis. He has helped a lot of people, students on scholarship issue. He has helped market women. One of his priorities is the market women. He help people when it comes to business, because this is one of the manifesto of Mr. Alexander Kumis, to create jobs. So he believe in business, he believe in jobs. So the guy have been helping citizens that are committed to him. He has been helping people. That is the reason why he stands alone. He's saying, I'm not to be like the citizens. I'm not to be like the United Party. I will stand and fight. You see, from 2018, you see that this guy been working so hard. He tried his possible best, although he did not win. But you see the massive crowd he put up. People believe in this guy. People believe in this guy. So I'm urging Liberians that we can give this guy a chance. Not somebody that have gone the first 6 years. You can't be going ready and you stop Subatan testing any point and you give up, then you still won. for to push you ahead. It can be. So we have to let go this guy and give Mr. Zambi Kumis a chance and see.
Okay, so
Trust me.
let us go back to the platform of Mr. Alexander Bennett Cummings. I want you to tell us what are some of those things that he has on his platform, and also be able to tell us how did he say he want to implement those things that is on or that are on his platform.
So Mr. Alexander Kumis had a lot of manifestos on his platform, and I spoke of job creation. He wrote and said that he will provide jobs for the citizens. Majority of the citizens were not providing, not somebody promising the Liberian people that he will create job, and afterward we see our brothers, they are walking on the streets with a megaphone, orange money, orange data, they are passing all through, and if possible car hit some of them, and some of them walk. I think the crazy people say they are better than them because they walk than the crazy people. So you are carrying the citizen backwards. So Mr. Zambi Kumi has a manifesto of creating jobs for the citizens, for the massive majority of the citizens. Instead, they will work doing his administration. You will get work to do. Even if you are not qualified for a particular job, you will get something to do with your hands. So he is prioritizing job creation. He is prioritizing a business. He will invest into business. He will make sure to bring a lot of companies in Liberia, as we all know, doing when this president or when this government take over all the company left the country because they knew him, but we never knew at the time. The company saw what we are seeing now, and they all left our country because of the same corrupt act. So he promised to bring back companies that will help our Liberians, our brothers and sisters, to work and earn money on their own. He promised also that no Liberian within the Republic of Liberia will live below $1 a day. So it's a promise. It's a good promise for us that we can live according to our expectation. At least the poorest man in the Republic of Liberia can handle $1 per day.
Yeah, we know politicians have this thing where when elections are coming, they will give all of the promises, right? But to implement it becomes a problem. And so right now, more Liberians, they are focusing on asking politicians, if you say you want to create job for us, how will you be able to create a job? So I want you to tell us, probably you have read on it, since I guess according to you, you've been following Mr. Alexander Bennett Cummings, right? You've been reading about him. So in his manifesto, how did he say, right, he will create job for the people? How?
So you see, to get job or job creation come like this, the more companies you have within the country, the more employees you have. The more jobs opportunity you have, the more employees will be employed. So this guy promised, or let's say maybe there are about 15 to 20 companies in Liberia, and this guy is saying, during my administration, I will make sure to double these companies to make sure, and this company will have access to Liberian soil. You have access to do business with Liberian people that people will benefit. So if we have over 75 to 60 to 75 companies within Liberia, tell me, brother, we will have more people to work. And this guy said that he will make sure that these people that will work will be typical Liberians. So it will not be something like we take Nigerians, take Ghanaians to come and work and mistreat our own Liberian brother. He said Liberians will be the head, not like why our president said that Liberians will not be spectators of their own economy, and we are saying that Ghanaians, they are the head and we are under them. He's saying we will be the head, and if the Ghanaians want to work, it will be on us. So here's the main thing is pushing.
Okay, so that has to do with job creation, right? What's about infrastructure?
Infrastructure, very good. So there's another manifesto, infrastructure. Thank you, brother. So he talked about infrastructure, that is building lot of trade, right? Building roads. This road issue, we have been on this road issue for a longer time, and this government have failed us again. They have failed us totally. Totally, they have failed us. When it comes to the road issue, he is promising all with good infrastructure roads. We go outside. Those of you that have traveled, you go to nearby countries like Ghana. Don't just leave Ghana, go right at Abidjan and see the overhead bridges, and you compare it with our country, you will find out that we are way back. So this guy promised us that he will do everything in his possible ways and to build this country to the fullest through advocacies and job creation. Because when you are working and job is in the country, money will flow. Trust me. Like during the past administration, I'm not grading them or degrading them. They did their best. They did something good, but everybody have that weakness, right? So during Madam Eddie Johnson said the administration, she tried something similar like that, where job were let a little bit okay, people were working, so he said he would double things like that. So just imagine during the administration of President Eddie Johnson Sirleaf, how things were getting little bit okay, and during his administration he promised us that things would be better than before. So I think we will be somewhere good. So through job creation, infrastructure will be built, and we will have a lot of good things in the country.
Okay, so building rules. Like I said, I don't really think me on this show. Maybe our viewers out there, maybe they are being convinced, but I'm yet to really catch how Mr. Alexander Bennett Cummings intend, right, to build infrastructure. Because right, let's say for instance we have a budget less than $1 billion, a little over 700 million budget, and we have lots of priorities in this country. So I heard you talking about building overhead bridges and all of those things. So with that little budget we have, is it possible that we have massive infrastructure like the way you are telling us, like the way Mr. Alexander Bennett Cummings has been telling us? How will he intend, or how have he intend to implement all of those massive infrastructure with the little budget that we have? That's what I really want to get.
Yeah, so the budget it seems low, but like I said, he promised us that when he take over as the president of the Republic of Liberia, through his advocacies and his international advocacy, this guy going international. This guy have the ability to convince companies, to convince people to investors to come into the country. So if this guy put the logic of investors coming into the country and more people invest into Liberian economy, I think our country won't be down, because more money will be pumped into the country. Trust me, if more money is pumped into the country will experience an over increased growth rate. Over increased growth rate. So he is not here to do 100%. He is not God. He is not here to do 100%. But trust me, this guy will do something that will leave an everlasting mark on the life of the Liberian citizen, and this will be very good, because when this guy educate us, provide jobs for us, these are the major things. Because when you are educated and you get job to do, you will do something. So the citizen of Liberia now will push in the logics of infrastructure. So the budget in her, he will push more, lobby it around based on a international ability that he had. He will lobby it, not like the past government where we go to play football. He will not go play football. This guy will go and push the logic to the international community and say, yes, this Liberia, we are suffering. What suffering Liberians or Liberia is that when our leaders take over, where when they go to the international community to beg, they won't call big. When they go big, they can appear like they have. Don't do that. Don't live fake life. When the citizens are suffering and you go before the international community, tell them, say, we are suffering, we don't have this. Liberians are suffering, they are crying. And let the people, put your heart to the people, let the people help you. But not appear before the people and try to read figures that you have no knowledge of, and telling the people that Liberians, we have majority of Liberians that are enjoying, they are okay. Which of course, if you come into the country, you will see for yourself that poverty is our daily friend in this country. So it's very bad. So Mr. Alexander will become a promising that he will make sure with the effort to plead to the international community to help him in this fight for a change in Liberia.
Okay, so let's go back to your organization. President.
Yes, 25 active.
Okay, you have at least 25 active members. Yeah. So what are you people involved into, right?
Okay, yeah. So this organization, although we name it as AMB Kumis or Swatan for Kumis, but I had organizations that were controlling before the vision came to me pertaining to AMB Kumis. So I just push my organization into it. So the organization I had, that was United Boys and Girls, that 2 years back. So we are part of United Boys and Girls, and we are part of Subatan for Kumis. So our organization, we are focusing on making sure that Mr. Ezanabi Kumis be elected as our next president, because we believe this guy so much. So our major aim and goal is that we encourage everyone. We go to you, we talk to you and tell you the fault of the rest of the leaders, and we show you the way forward and tell you that we tell you that Mr. Ezanabi Kumis is the best person to choose, and we show you reasons, and we try to convince you and leave it with you so you have your choice. So we will tell you that if you make a wrong choice, trust me, you will suffer for the past 12 years, for the next 12 years, or you suffer for the next 6 years. So these are the same people. 12 years, 6 years. These are the same people.
Okay, so you are going. When I get you right, you are doing horse to horse.
Horse to horse. That's what we are doing. Horse to horse.
Right. So who is sponsoring this organization, right? Because I guess someone leaving their house early in the morning for the sake of Mr. Ezanabi Kumi. Probably, maybe they might want to drink water, they might want to eat grumpy or have something in their stomach while they are distributing the message of Mr. Ezanabi Kumi. So who is the sponsor for this organization, Subatan Kumi?
Okay, so this is why we are telling the Liberian people that we love this guy. For me, I love Mr. Ezanabi Kumis because for Subatan for Kumis, we don't have a sponsor. So this show the love that we have for Mr. Ezanabi Kumis. I've been preserving this group since December to now. You will find out that if I wasn't a strong leader or somebody supportive, we could have broke away earlier. But I've been encouraging people with my own finances. We've been sponsoring people. We've been having meetings. And imagine when we're having meetings, we have water, sometimes we have snacks. And this thing comes from my own pocket, my own earned money, because I believe that one day Mr. Ezanabi Kumis will hear our cry and he will see our effort that we are applying for him. So this organization don't have a sponsor yet. We have been self-supportive.
Wow. So that means your love for Mr. Kumis is something else, because right now in the political season, but all of since December, what have you guys been waiting for? Have you made any effort in reaching any of those ANC or the CPP? Presently we have like in Right District 6, the Secretary General of the CPP, Mati Sekula. Right, he's one of those persons, right? That you say, what effort have you been making, right, to get the attention of the CPP and Mr. Cummings? What have been your effort?
Yeah, for me, I don't have major connections. I've been trying. Like day before yesterday, that was Saturday, we met Mr. Kula in the Sisatan area. He was invited by one of our brother, and we were opportune to speak to him. So we push the logic to him, and he take it very serious. And again, I'm in contact with another guy called Jejo Harry. That is the first time voter for Kumis, for ANC, and he show up with an opportunity that we can say to meet, that we can be able to schedule a time that our political leader can be able to see us. So they will see the group and they will be able to do so. But for me, I don't have personal connection with people. I even have a name of one of my boss, my uncle. I can call him my uncle. He is called Franklin Dwado. He is another strong supportive man. He is one of the executive members of ANC residing in the States currently, but he will soon be done. And these are people I go around when he was here. This is the guy that inspired me. Where? Because this guy loved Alexander B. Kumis so much. So when he used to talk about Alexander B. Kumis, I say, wow. So I take a time. He said, read, Ben. Go and read about this guy. So I take a time to read about him, study about him. I said, no, then I have to support this guy. So he was one of the person that encouraged me. I've been contacting him since. Me and I've been talking in the States. We talk on WhatsApp. We talk and encourage me. It is his encouragement been keeping me to keep our members together and telling me that, Ben, one day you will be notified and you will be recognized by your effort. Don't quit. Talk to the people. Keep the people. I will come down and I will try my possible weak way to get a connection that the people will be able to see you. But in so doing, I'm not waiting for him. I'm trying my possible weak way like here. You see, I try to get in connection with the social media and I think people are following. And this is how I've been trying, but I don't have a specific connection to
Yeah, I listened to you just now. You say your uncle in the US.
Yeah,
or your big brother. He inspired you. He told you go and read.
Yeah,
I guess.
Ever since.
You read Uncle Me. So this question, kid, have you read the rest of the Kennedy? Have you to read the rest of the Kennedy?
I read majority of them, but not all of them. And not in detail. I read about our president, CDC, George Manawia. I read about Joseph Newman Baga and Jeremiah Kuhn. I read about the PLP. Heard about Tato Casio, the late Tato Casio, and so many candidates. I read about them, but I've not found their platform encouraging and their lifestyles and their vision for this country is far down. That is why Liberians are not focusing on them. If you find out right now in the country, apart from the ruling party and the United Partisan, that was the past party. The next you will find out is Mr. Zanabi Kumi. So we are into the race.
So when you say that, there are other people who say no. We have like less of Tiawan Gongolo, who someone may say he's an integrity alcohol, and the his supporters, right, are even placing him number 3. Right, they are replacing number 3, and we have those supporters from the Liberia National Union of Dr. Clarence P. Monima, one of those young influential persons that just entered the race. His people too are placing him number 3, right? And so you observe that a lot of those other parties, they're always trying to bring the ANC and the CPP down and to take the CPP place. So they might disagree. So when you say you're only 3 bigger parties, someone might disagree. So what do you have to say about that?
I want to tell the Liberian people that the facts, Jeremy, the fact. You found out from the past election, 2018, you see the place that ANC came. Mr. Tiawan Congo, I respect him a lot. He's a good human rights advocate. He's a lawyer. I respect him. But when it comes to our country issue, he's good, but not compared to my leader, Mr. Zambi Kumis. Mr. Zambi Kumis, I can tell you, when it comes to the political issue right now, Mr. Zambi Kumis is the 3rd person when it comes to popularity now. Because we are still fighting. Remember, we still got months to go. So if possible, we can overcome some of these parties that are ahead of us when it comes to number. So there is no condition in the Republic of Liberia right now with our strong supporters, with people like us, people like Jeju Harris and the rest of the guys, Franklin Dwado. They are there. We have a lot of support. Don't forget, we are not only here, we have a lot of supporters uptown. We have citizens that are coming down, that came down and registered, and they are coming down to vote. So we have enough popularity within Liberia. So Mr. Taron Konglo party cannot overcome ANC within the Republic of Liberia when it comes to this October 10 election.
Okay. So before we go, right, we have about 6 more minutes on the show. The show is 1 hour. What do you have to say to people out there who classify your candidate to be a gay? What's your thought? Because that have been the allegation since 2017 elections, right? Since 2017, that have been the allegation. What do you have to say concerning that your candidate, right, is a gay?
Yeah, what I want to tell people is that during election, for me, during my high school days, I was elected as the president of the school. And during campaign, during elections time, you don't allow your opposition to tell you good things. I will not look at you and say, "Oh, Mr. Zambi Kumi, you found Mr. Zambi Kumis, you are too good, you are something." I will always say something that will hurt the feeling of Mr. Zambi Kumi. And these things are not factual. I can prove to Liberian people that they are not factual. Don't say things to people or to somebody that you know that is not factual. Mr. Zambi Kumi is a humble man. He's a good guy with family. This guy has family. This guy is recognized worldwide. He has settled in a lot of countries. He has managed a lot of businesses, a lot of companies. And when it comes to a personal life, we just hear these are opposition talk to hurt his feeling, and those are not wise to look into the logic and say, no, this guy is now gay. This guy is somebody good. People want to tarnish your reputation because they want to get off in a race. They want to get Mr. Zambi Kumi off on the race because they know he have a greater vision for Liberia and stay there to do that corrupt act. But I will tell Liberians, what I want to tell my fellow brothers and sisters, don't be planful. Mr. Zambi Kumi is not a gay. This guy has a family. He's a married guy. He's married legally, with children. So this guy is now gay. Under no condition you'll be a gay. If you think I'm lying, then you proof, put the proof. We are in the election period, right? Go on the social media, put a proof, and we see it. Then everybody knows Mr. Zambi Kumi is gay. But don't be saying things that you don't have evidence of. If I tell you, Mr. Our president, Dr. John Man, we is a corrupt guy, I will show you evidence. I will tell you what he has done to bring correction. So that's it.
Okay, so well, folks, if you are just joining us, you are watching the Hard Talk. The Hard Talk is a 1 hour program that comes to you every Monday, Thursday, and Friday on West Coast TV Liberia, on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page, as well as our Twitch account. So wherever you are, however you are joining us, I have in studio tonight Mr. Benjamin Chappie. He is the head of the Subaltern for Kumis, a political organization that is established to promote the agenda of Tato and Tato, but Mr. Alexander Benedict Kumis. So wherever you are, I would like to say welcome. We have roughly about 3 more minutes on the show. About RB8, let me try to put this in, right? The elections have been going since Mr. Isnabi Kumis entered Liberia. People say, oh, he was new, he participated in the election, and after some time, the CPP came together. After some time, the CPP, we start hearing that Mr. Kumis should go as vice tenor bearer to former Vice President Joseph Newman Boakai. In that, we hear that he said he does not want to become a vice tenor bearer. What he wants is the presidency. So some people believe that he's so anxious, he does not want to humble himself before getting what he wants, but he just wants to get there. So he's being too anxious, being someone will say greedy for power. What's your thought about that before we go?
Yeah, I want to tell the Liberian people that Mr. Zambi Kumis is not greedy for power as some things. Brother, if you have a vision of becoming somebody, this guy had a vision since, and he had been pushing the logic. I tell people, if it takes only you to stand for the truth, stand for the truth. Don't compromise your integrity. That is one of my quotations. I'm a good quotation writer, motivational speaker, and I have a lot of quotations. That is one of my favorite quotations. Do not compromise your integrity. Mr. Zambi Kumi is under no condition. We trust him, we believe him, we compromise integrity. When this thing come on, when they post that, Mr. Zambi Kumi to run as stand-up bearer to Joseph Newman Baga, I told people, I say it won't work because I know Mr. Zambi Kumi, yeah? The vision I see in this guy, I think he will submit to that. It's not an act of being greedy for power. It's just that he want He wants to rule Liberia. He wants to change the conditions of Liberia. This guy, and you cannot change this condition when you are vice president. Vice president position is a silent position in the Republic of Liberia. That's why you will find out that over the course of time, before or for you to hear the voice of uh, uh, Joy Howard Taylor, you will see that it will be very difficult. Everything is George Weah, Nadine Maggie, George Weah, George Visa Blambo, and what have you. So a vice presidential position will not give Mr. Zambi Kumi the privilege to do, because it will suppress his right and privilege what he want to do for the Liberian people. So he thought it was to run as a standard bearer, that is for the presidency, that when he take over, he will have the full right as a president to do whatsoever he want to do for the country, not vice president or vice standard bearer to anybody. So he believed in his vision, and Joseph Boakai has another vision. So I think that is one of the reasons he did not follow Joseph Newman Boakai, because he has different vision, and Mr. Zambi Kumi is pushing different agenda and vision.
Okay, so we have gone a 1 hour mark. So we like to say many thanks for coming on the program this evening. They have been a very nice interaction, and I will encourage you. Yeah, that's your vision. That's what you think, you believe in, Mr. Zena B. Cummings. So I will urge you to continue in what you believe in, right? So before you go, I will ask you to give your party statement, those who are viewing you, for the organization, for Mr. Cummings, your party statement.
Yeah, so to all supporters of Mr. Zambi Kumi, that is the ANC party, I want you to stand firm to this election. Stay out of violence. Do not be like the CDC and the United Party. Stay out of violence. Remain calm. Let's be calm and show them that we are respectful people. We are people of integrity. We will maintain our integrity. We won't be involved in the violence. So stay out of violence. And to Mr. Zambi Kumi, everywhere you are watching this show or may get the information, we are a group funded within the Subatan community called Subatan for Kumis, and we are here for you, Mr. Zambi Kumi. So we are here, and we want you to find a day and search for this group and see our loyalty for you. We are here. We have citizens that are waiting to join the group, but they want to see something. They want to see or change. They want to see this political leader. So I think, Mr. Zambi Kumi, you can find a time, find a visit, and you can be able to pay a visit to us within the Subatan community.
Okay, so yeah, so folks, I will just go for this break so that our guests will leave us, and I will come back to end the show, right? So stick and stay right there as we try to end the show. Don't go away.
Good evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Ladder, and I'm Olinda Masaboto. We are coming to you live from Finsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors, we need partners and donors. So if you are interested,
oh my God. So welcome back, right? Welcome back, folks. So like I said, right, we had the head of the Subatan for Kumis. That was a very nice interview on the show tonight. So wherever you are, however you are joining us, we'd like to say, if you missed the interview after this live, you need to go back to watch the interview, to watch the head of the Subatan for Kumi. He said lots of things. And we are in the election period, so those supporters of political parties, they will always try to push the agenda of their various political leaders. So yeah, he said lots of things about Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, right? So say many thanks to you for joining us, wherever you join us from, however you watched the program. My name is Ambassador KONAH RUFUS. I've been your producer and presenter of the show. Do join us next Thursday, that this coming Thursday, for another edition of the Hard Talk. Have a God bless day. Have a God bless day. Keep following West Coast TV for all of our programs, all of our activities. Definitely, we are here for you, and we are second to none in the Republic of Liberia. Good day. Bye-bye from our end.